Yeah, that was probably one of the cheesiest intros I could have done. I don't give a shit though. Get in. Crystal Palace 0, Sunderland 1. Come on! Oh, God. Honestly. Right. First things first. I'll admit, the goal that we scored was an absolute clanger from Crystal Palace. It was a mix-up between Scott Dan and Wayne Hennessy. That shouldn't be happening from their point of view. I don't know why on earth Hennessy comes way out of his goal line, even out of his own penalty area, to try and get to that. But I don't care one bit. Honestly. Jermain Defoe has shown the persistence up front and actually got us the 3 points. The only thing I'm concerned about sorry, on that front was the fact that he had an ankle injury. Hopefully that's not keeping him out for too long, but I don't care. At 0-0, that wouldn't have been a bad result, considering the teams around us had lost, or, well, Bournemouth's case, they drew. But other than that, if you consider that they didn't win, none of them won, especially Newcastle, you know, we really could have done with getting the 3 points tonight to try and make sure that we close the gap on them. And now that we finally have done, there's only 1 point in it. But I just want to quickly talk about, now, as I said in my previous video, the underachievement era. Go watch it again on my channel if you haven't already. I'd like to think it's a decent-ish video. I'd like to think I know what I'm talking about, but that's a different topic altogether. I mentioned that, you know, look at the teams that we've lost to. The fact we still haven't given 100% application in games like Norwich, Bournemouth, and even Leicester. You know, whatever I've said my piece about those things in the previous video and in previous videos in the past. We still didn't put enough application in those games, and I'm still not happy with that. But tonight we gave everything. But the point is, this is what we should be doing every game. We should be doing this every game, or at least most games, a majority of games. I understand that we're not going to do this every single match. It's humanly impossible to do your best every week. But at the same time, if we are not prepared to give 100% effort and application in the game, then we deserve to go down. It's as simple as that. As for tonight, right, Sam Allardyce, right, we all know the football is going to be shite. It wasn't going to be anything interesting. It was the basic stuff. That was what we needed to do. When Allardyce came in, Sunderland were conceding far too many goals for the fun of it, and we weren't defending properly. Either that or we were making too many mistakes, and we were costing ourselves points at that stage because of that. The Newcastle game, got lucky there, kept a clean sheet, whereas tonight we won against 11 players. Tactically, we got it right. And that was the bet that I was thinking to myself, we are going to either nick this on the break or through a defensive mistake from Palace. And thankfully, you know, either way, I didn't really care either way as long as we won the game. But even at 0-0, I thought, okay, fair enough. It's not a great result because we needed to win, especially given the fixtures we've got coming up. But come on, Palace away. At this, I don't care what you say about I still insist that in status, Sunderland should be a bigger club than Palace. But as far as teams go, you'd take a point at Palace any day of the week at this point. Man United couldn't win there. Man City only won there in the last minute. Chelsea lost to them at home, so, you know, and Liverpool lost to them at home as well. So, you know, that shows how important this win was. And I think in many ways, I think Palace probably underestimated Sunderland a little bit because this is a game on paper for them that you'd expect them to win. But I think there is quality in Sunderland's team that doesn't really go noticed. And that should go noticed, quite frankly. But anyway, tactically, we got this spot on. We put our bodies on the line, blocked shots, made Palace really, really, really difficult for Crystal Palace. Every shot they had was like from way out, way wide, nothing seriously threatening. I can't really think of many chances Palace had that were desperately testing our defence. Now, if we can do that in this game, there is no excuse now to not do this. We always say that has to be the minimum standard. And to be honest, quite frankly, I'm getting sick and tired of saying that. We have got to make this applicable in every game that we play from now on. Even more so, given the December that we've got. Given that we've got Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City and Liverpool. And then in between all that, you've got Stoke and Watford as 2 home games. Got to target at bare minimum 4 points in those games. We can't afford to have any less than that at this stage. I can see us maybe nicking a surprise result somewhere in those big teams, because it would be typical Sunderland and Sam Allardyce, really. But we've got to make it to... The main aim now is to make it... If we can get it to January, out of the relegation zone, perfect. That's good. That's a good start for Allardyce. And then we've got the transfer window where we can start bringing in players, hopefully good players, and the right players that will actually improve us. I'm sick and tired of wasting money on players that don't do anything in the squad. It's a joke most of the time. And... I'm just so happy, honestly. The fact that we took 3 vital points tonight is huge. And I'm hoping that we show the professionalism, the effort and application that we can do. We clearly can do it. We've shown tonight we can do it. Or even last night, or whenever you're watching this. We showed against Crystal Palace we can actually do it. So there's no reason now not to. Look, guys, the usual stuff. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish to. I'd appreciate it nonetheless, but I won't force you to. Look, I'm just happy. I don't give a shit about what anyone else says. Sunderland, I still insist, even as a team shouldn't be in the relegation zone, but hopefully now we'll finally start shooting up that table and hopefully just getting safety. That's all I want from this season right now. Just safety and to not lose against Newcastle. That's always a plus for any Sunderland fan, but there you go. Look, guys, like, comment below, usual stuff, and let's hope for a good result against Stoke. Let's hope that follows. Come on, boys! And to finish it off, let's continue playing Hallelujah, shall we?